Hey, I'm David Dutton, creator and director behind 8-Bit Cinema. Welcome to a special episode. We're doing a little behind the scenes here while we work on our next episode, A Christmas Story. So we're going to go over a few comments, questions, and also just show you some techniques that we're using to make the show happen. Okay, I really wanted to start with this one because we're well aware not every episode is 8-bit. But we started with our Iron Man episode and it was supposed to be like Mega Man, but we've moved on and didn't want to change the title. For example, I think season 2 of Prison Break, no one was breaking out of a prison. So the first thing we do is we sit down and we watch the movie in its entirety. Doesn't matter how many times we've seen it, we do this every time. Then we write down every scene and break it down, but we only choose about 10 because we just want to have the most fun scenes that could play out well as a video game, but we'll still string the movie together. And we get the most memorable lines and all the best props that can become items that you are rewarded with later.
I mainly use Ableton Live with a bunch of 8-bit VST plugins, and then I use a variety of different MIDI controllers. For example, here's something I did for the episode 7.
Hey everybody, how's it going? My name's Fernando and I'm a pixel artist here at 8-bit. And as you can see, we're getting to the holiday spirit because we're working on The Christmas Story next, one of my favorite movies. The program I like to use the most is Photoshop. I've been using it for years and it just works great for this type of stuff. Alright, so that was Olaf done straight in Photoshop, but sometimes I like to start on graph paper because I'm old school.
Alright, so first we're going to start with the head. Just get a feel for his hair, draw the part in his hair, his glasses. I like to start with a light gray and then I get in deeper with a black. That way if I mess up any of the dimensions, I can go in and fix it later on. Once we do that, we'll put in the Photoshop, we'll start the coloring process. You can play around with different colors. I like the suit he had when Santa Claus kicked him down the slide, so I think that's what we keep on him for Ralphie. His glasses are a little bit of a reddish, darkish burgundy color, so I'll do that. Okay, it looks good. Now we'll do his friend, the guy who got the tongue stuck on the post. We'll go ahead and draw his little tongue sticking out. We'll start coloring his clothes.
So the style we're going with in this version of Christmas Story is a RPG, a role-playing game. And once I got these sprites done, I sent them to David, and he's working on the maps now. So let's go over to David, see how he's doing.
Okay, so the first thing I'm starting on for A Christmas Story is the scene on the schoolyard where the kid's tongue got stuck. The first thing I do is always create some assets and place them into the scene. So right now I'm going to draw the famous frozen pole that gets his tongue stuck. And then I pull out a bunch of tiles here. And the great thing about doing a lot of these is we save all of our elements, and so we can build a scene quickly at this stage. And by placing old fences, and I think we used a lot of this on Spider-Man, but I'm adding snow now. And a good example of using all of our database for a complex set was the Life Aquatic. And we pretty much strung together so much stuff. And we drew a lot of stuff on the fly, but it looked great when we finally put the Belafonte together. And here is the scene on the Belafonte with Steve Zuzu walking over to Ned. And I'm going to go over some animation, which I've never done before. And what we do is we use a lot of pre-comps. So you see all these sprites right here, and we have all the actions, and we make these pre-comps, like that was Steve Zuzu running. And so then we just toss it into any scene we want, and it's always ready to go. And then you start stringing them together. Like we have a standing Steve Zissou, and then a draw the gun Steve Zissou, and we have some muzzle flashes that we already pre-rendered. So you get to make a lot of these stacks, and it makes animating a lot less painful. Okay, but getting back on track, Fernando gave me some sprites for A Christmas Story, and right now I'm putting Flick onto the pole that he gets his tongue stuck on, and I'll put Ralphie over here. I'm checking to make sure that my map is on scale with his sprites, and it looks like my sprites or my map might be a little large pixel-wise compared to his, so I'll have to scale that down. We didn't when we first started, but we've had a couple contractors come through using Cintiqs and just fly through their pixel art, and so we got ourselves everyone one in the office, and we haven't gone back. You really zoom through, it really makes a difference. And right here I'm putting X's on this dead burglar.
The most challenging part for me is making like the 8-bit covers of actual songs. Finding out how to play it and doing the notes and simplifying it and making it more simple but sounds like the actual song. One of the recent challenge I had was doing the episode Life Aquatic and doing the Sigur Rós song when they find the jaguar shark. So basically I had to find the notes and the melody and see if it sounds right. And that's still a little off. Record other stuff.
Okay guys, thanks a lot for joining us on our behind the scenes episode. Make sure to come back next week and check out A Christmas Story. Please subscribe. We just hit 800,000 subscribers here at CineFix, and we love to make it 1 million. Okay guys, happy holidays.